What up? What up? What's going on, everybody? This video is going to be about consumerism. In the previous video, I talked about the decisions that I've made impulsively that I could have waited on and waited on God's timing, but I took my own timing and I fell flat on my face too. Right. So consumerism, the advertisement, the colors, the products. What I've noticed in the world is a lot of consumerism, buying stuff here and there, buying unnecessary expenses. We must be aware of stuff like that too, because it's going to affect our finances. There's always a golden rule. Give yourself 24 hours if you really need it, right? And that falls along the line of instant gratification too. That's what happened with me. I'll tell you what. In my life, there was a Dodge Challenger that I really wanted, but it was outside of my price at the time, and I jumped the gun. And the auto loan that I got into was crazy. Right. So I didn't want to. It was the instant gratification. I really wanted it, but at the same time, there was no delayed gratification. If I took the necessary steps to work towards bettering my finances, acquiring assets, and with those assets, you'll be able to generate the income to get the car that I wanted. I would have taken that path, but I didn't. And I'm not going to live in the past, and I'm not going to regret the decision either, because experiences that you go through, you need to go through it in order to learn. There's a lot of purchases that I've made in the past, like growing up, especially through the addictions that I've had, the adult content, the self-gratifying habits. I've noticed that I'll spend impulsively. I'll become an emotional eater. When I look back, I was very weak. Man. When I look back at it, I was spending. Whenever I get a paycheck, I would spend. I would look for something, like the window shopping. Like, for instance, you're on Amazon all the time. Take a break from Amazon. I took a break from Amazon. I would always search on Amazon. Oh, look at this. Or you'll see a deal going on, like a sale. Put that thing in the cart. Add it to the cart. Next paycheck, boom. Ready to buy it, man. So all in all, just the consumerism in the world, man. It's eye-catchy. Like, you got to get it. Like, you'll die if you don't get it. But, man, when I look back, I'm like, shoot. I purchased a car that was out of my range. I was spending on food a lot. I was overeating a lot. Gluttony, a lot. Didn't even realize it until I realized it. Like, I would buy something that's beyond your stomach's limit, and then you'll feel all groggy after. Your stomach is full. You'll be sluggish. You won't want to do anything after. That's how I felt, man. The adult content, well, in the world that we're living in, physical, right? It's physical, it's temporary. It's going to pass away. It's going to perish, I mean. But I've noticed that the battle is spiritual. So I'm going through these addictions, these cycles, adult content for 10 plus years. Now, while I'm in that the content and that cycle of addiction comes lust. Now I'm lusting after food, which causes gluttony. Man, I tell you, what I've realized is they're interconnected. And then there was pride. There was pride because I thought there ain't nothing wrong with me. Ain't nothing wrong with eating and overeating and all of that stuff. Then I started to see that it affected my health. Got obese. I wasn't active. The energy wasn't there. Right? You was tired easily. Like I had no purpose. And I liked the discipline too. The self-control, which was needed to overcome these things and get to the other side. Like I wasn't exercising as much. I was eating more, exercise less. So the consumerism, the advertisement, the marketing behind it, we must stay away from those type of things too, because it's going to affect our finances. It's going to affect our health. Those commercials that I've noticed, man, the ads, the commercials, the marketing, there's an agenda behind that. The Taco Bell commercials, the Little Caesars, Papa John's, etc., etc. Those things are unhealthy for us. We must think about nutrition. All right. The marijuanas, the weed and stuff, it's not good for our health. You know what's good for your health? Exercise, eating right. Another thing that's good for your health is community. Having the ability to talk to people, have like-minded people around you that's gonna hold you accountable, and you guys grow together and be social as well. Those relationships. I remember the adult content. Like I was so isolated that I stayed away from people. I did not want no part of anything. I had so much social anxiety that I stayed home all the time. Just time wasting and going by. I remember them times, man. So we got to be more aware. The things around us, the products, the food. There's some things that are harmful to the body. A lot of chemicals, toxins. That's where consumerism comes into play, because we got to look at the ingredients. We got to look at what they're putting in it. It's going to kill us slowly. That's what I thought about when I was in gluttony, when I was consuming so much food. I was like, damn, what is my future self going to say 10 years from now, 20 years from now, if I'm the same and I'm still doing the same thing? I chose to take the path of discipline, work out more, go to the gym, go for walks. Now I've learned to swim. Now I'm swimming more, bike riding, got a new bike. Change is possible. Change is good too. Some people fear change. So change how you handle the gluttony, what you consume. Change what you consume as far as what you're buying. Is there value in what you're buying? Because these companies don't care. It's all about profit. It's all about sales. Is the product effective? Is there any side effects to it? Those are the questions that we got to ask. Are there any clean ingredients, clean products? Consumerism. be more disciplined with the expenses, the spending, the be more wise with finances, because at the end of the day, it all comes back to us and our decision making. Got to make those right decisions. We gotta be more aware of our surroundings, our expenses, our health. Everything is interconnected, man. Especially with the cycles of sin that I was a part of, and that I've overcame. And now when I reflect on it, it's like I'm finding out so many things that if I didn't do that and change, I would have been a goner, to be honest. That hopelessness that I felt when I was with those addictions and the spirits behind it. Knowing now that the battles are spiritual, everything is spiritual. People out in the street, the things that we're watching, the things that we're listening to is all spiritual, and it all comes down to that one thing: the consumerism. What are you consuming? What kind of content you're consuming? The media, the news, the advertisement, all in all the 9 yards. So we can't be ignorant to that. Be more aware. Yeah, man. Just focus on living a better life. Change is good. Change is always good. It's hard. It may be hard to make that first step, but when you make that first step, and then you make that next couple of steps, it's not going to be as hard. No, change your health, change your finances, change the people around you that are negative and toxic. It's all about positivity and love, support, encouragement. All right, that's all I wanted to talk about in this video. Just how consumerism is very damaging to us. So we must be more aware of that. Spread awareness. It's time to bring these things to the light. It's time to expose these things. So I'll catch you guys on the next video. I love you. Jesus loves you.